Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Wannabes need not apply.
It is behind the velvet rope, and my producer Andrew's correct. We're going to talk about applying. You've been hanging at the club. You think, oh, wow, that would be a fun job. Well, one, you're wrong. It is a job. There's not much fun for us. Everybody else is partying. You're working. That's the way that works. But let me explain. Here's the way it works 5 times a night, a drunk guy applies to the bar. And you know what? We never hire them. Ever. That's the way it works. If you're 3, 4 beers in, don't apply. If you're serious, you think you want to come back and apply and maybe have a real shot at getting in at an entry level position, wait a day. Wait till you're not drinking, come in, put the app in. Then you got a shot at it. But if you hand that app in right now while you got 3 or 4 beers in you, it's going in the file, that round file. You know, the one that nobody looks at. It gets shredded after 90 days. That's your file. Don't do it. Okay, the bar industry, I've been doing it for 35 years, so I'm not going to be the guy to tell you don't do this as a living because I've made a very nice living doing it for a very, very long time because, well, I'm old. Here's the deal. You want to work there? First thing, know what you can do. If you're an experienced bartender and you've worked in other high volume environments, by all means apply. They have a spot for you. They do. We go through our turnover rates like the Navy SEALs. Trust me, it's a tough business to work in. But if you want to work in the gentleman's club industry, apply. By all means, apply. If you want to be security, ask yourself a couple things. Can you handle a fight if it breaks up? Can you handle a problem? Because they don't happen often, but when they do, you really got to be on your game and you got to be ready to rock and roll. If you can't, don't apply. If you can't walk upstairs, if you're in a wheelchair and can't be security because there's stairs involved, don't apply. Know your limitations. That's the bottom line. Know what you're doing, know what you're applying for. If you're applying as an entry-level guy, as a barback or a beginning day shift DJ, that's great. We'll train you. But have the right attitude. Don't be coming in thinking, I'm going to work here and I'm going to bang every single girl in the building. No, sir. That's not what we're looking for. We don't want you thinking with your dick when you come into work. That's the kiss of death in this industry. I've been doing it a long time. Trust me. I've seen a lot of people come and go. If you want this as a career, you want it as a field you're going to work in and be proud of, that's not the way to go. Don't be thinking, oh, I'm going to pick up Sarah and Mary Jane and Cinnamon. No, you're not picking up Sarah, Mary Jane, and Cinnamon. You're going to walk her to her car when her husband picks her up or her boyfriend or whatever that guy or that girl picking her up is. You laughing, Andrew? Andrew, my producer, laughing already because he knows he's heard this story before.
Well, I just had a thought. You know, you're naming off spices. I mean, if you want to pick up spices, go to the grocery store.
Exactly.
I'm just
Go to
saying.
the grocery store. You're not going to pick up the spices at the club. It doesn't work that way.
It just popped in my head. I'm sorry.
And if you want to apply, okay, you're the tough guy. You're going to be a great security guy. That's great. But most of your job as security at a gentleman's club is diplomacy. Sir, we know you want to touch a beautiful girl. Sir, you can't. You're going to be diplomatic, and the cops will be called way before you have to get physical. So it doesn't matter if you can bench press 900 pounds at the gym or you're a tough guy. What matters is your ability to communicate with other human beings. And that's what counts. And we're going to cover the ladies in this as well. Because as a DJ, I'll have 3 or 4 girls a night come up. I want to be a dancer. I want to do it right now. I want to audition right now. Well, there's a reason clubs have auditions between 3 and 5 p.m. or whatever. And generally, across the country, they don't have open auditions.
I'm gonna need you to reinstate that using like a high pitched female voice instead.
I got some bad news.
It was a little- it was a
do
little
not have a
scary.
high-pitched female voice. But here's the deal. I don't care how high-pitched her voice is, how cute she is, how adorable she is. She's not getting to audition at 10 o'clock on a packed-out Friday night. It just doesn't work that way. If you want to audition, come in and audition, bring your outfit in, be ready to go. There are some clubs across the country that do open auditions where they'll let any woman with heels come in and audition. But it can't be just because your boyfriend and his friends want to see your titties. It just doesn't work that way. If you want to audition, ladies, it's a job, it's a career. Don't come in half assed and say, I want to try it. Was that high pitched enough for you?
There you go.
There's
That's
your
what I
high
was looking for.
pitch.
And
I
another,
want to try it. I want to shake my titties too.
and I'll touch real quick on this one is that a lot of them do it as a side hustle, little
It's a
extra
side
cash on
hustle
the side.
or it's a drunken dare. They're there with their man or they're with their friends. Oh, Becky, you should try it. Oh, Becky, oh my God, you look so good on that stage. When really all they want to do is laugh at Becky when her ass falls off the pole. Because our girls make it look easy, but you know what? It's not easy. They put effort and time into learning those pole tricks. They put effort and time into learning their floor work. That's what our entertainers do. They put time in. People don't realize
The
everything they
real
put in.
entertainers, yes, the real
Real
ones.
entertainers, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I chop them up. I'm like, look, there's strippers, there's dancers.
There are
and then
strippers,
there's
dancers, and
entertainers.
there's entertainers. That's exactly correct, Andrew. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew, my producer here, once more, keeping me on track, keeping me on time, and probably more important, keeping me on point. Thank you, Andrew, on behalf of a grateful nation. But no, ladies, if you're going to come in and you want to audition, call the club, find out when auditions are. Don't do it on the spur of the moment because you're in the club and you think, oh, I'm so much hotter than that girl on stage. I should be up there right now. Those people should be throwing hundreds and hundreds of dollars at me, not her. Well, guess what? She's good at what she does, and you're not.
And 90% of them, the ones that are coming there thinking they're hotter and they can do it, have liquid courage already in them.
Oh, liquid courage is there. There have been shots. There have been Jaeger bombs. There have been mixed drinks, and there probably beer too, depending on the region of the country. But they can't do it as well as they think they can.
And I want to go back to the guys when they come in and they think they want to apply. I want to touch on something real quick.
Oh,
for 'em.
everybody thinks it's a dream job till they realize that when we're working hard.
I mean, hey,
Your bartender, your DJ, your staff, they're working hard.
correct. And if you've ever talked to a DJ, I mean, and you've asked him, hey, how do you like this job? Well, it's like, hey, have you ever been to like a rodeo? The cattle rustlers. That's pretty much
Yeah, it is.
what we do.
You know what I do to anybody that comes in and wants to apply as a DJ? I could do it. I'm funny. My friends like me. They all laugh at me. They laugh at the jokes at IBM. I just put the mic in their face and go, talk.
Exactly. That honestly, that is exactly
Kelly on the main stage now.
That's
Please
exactly how I was introduced to it too.
tip her. Yeah. Well,
Exactly how I was introduced to it.
I
But
would-
that's another story.
that's a story for
episode.
another episode. But
But
you,
what
you,
I
you
what
know
I
how
wanted
was,
to touch on
Go ahead.
was the simple fact, guys. If you are kind of interested to maybe see how it's like, what the life's like, talk to the employees one by one. See what their day-to-day operations go, and then
I will
just
tell you,
frequently come in and just pick their brains about it.
most employees will tell you don't do it as a full-time gig at first. If you've been doing it a long time like me, yeah, you can do it full-time. You can make a nice living doing it. But if you're just starting out, this is a part-time gig. You're going to make tips from the entertainers. You're going to make tips from the staff and sometimes the customers. But you don't want to do it as your permanent income. You want to have your real job and, oh, hey, this job pays my cable bill and maybe some extras.
And that's another episode, tipping.
Tipping is another episode for staff, entertainers, everybody. By the way,
It's-
P.S.
it's a
if
big
you're at a
issue,
club,
too.
by the way, tip your DJs, just for the record. But no, it's a great job. If you want to do it, great. But the way to apply is to be smart about applying. Don't be 4 or 5 beers in and go, oh, this would be great. I want to apply now. Because they're not going to listen to you because they know you've been drinking already. And just your credibility goes down the more you've been drinking. Hell, I work there and my credibility goes down when I've been drinking. It's the way it works. Ladies, if you want to work there, again, credibility goes down. Apply while you're sober. But that'll just about do it for our time. I'll tell you what, thanks again for joining us behind the velvet rope. Ladies and gentlemen, class is dismissed. See you next time.